Peace, world. What's good? What's good? Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. I'm still trying to process Monday's. What was that? Yesterday's development with the Washington Redskins, where reportedly, Bruce Allen called Jay Gruden and head coach Jay Gruden into the office early in the morning and terminated him. It amazes me that, you know, people in the burgundy and gold nation or the HTTR nation or family, fans of the Redskins, it amazes me that it's folks still clamoring and putting on capes for Jay Gruden. You know, things will work out well for him. I thought I just saw an update where his brother John welcoming to the club. If you remember, John Gruden used to push the whole fired football coaches of America, some FFCA or something, Fired Football Coaches of America Association or something like that. And you know, man, his record over his nearly 6 years was what, 35-49-1. In my opinion, he was a 7-9, 8-8 type coach, maybe 9-7. We can say that he was 6-3 last year before the season-ending, career-altering injury occurred to Steve Smith. Damn, that Alex Smith. I was like, that didn't sound right at all. But the one thing about it, man, Gruden hasn't seemed to do well, and he's had a lot of things to overcome. He's had a lot of adversity to fight through. With the injuries, the last 2 or 3 years, he has, and that's unfortunate. But man, it just seems like he's never. And DJ Swearinger, I believe is my man's name, the safety that we let go last year. He mentioned that the team was never prepared. He wasn't impressed with the weekly preparation for games. I feel like it shows up. You got to think, man. We went from a 20-7 halftime lead in Philadelphia at Lincoln Field. We went from that to what, a 31-32-27 loss. Okay. We had the home team, the home crowd booing Philadelphia as they walked off the field that day. Then we get into an early game with the Cowboys with the interception, get some points on the board, and have a lead early in that one that we kind of squandered, and then from that moment, things just got worse and worse and worse, and the preparation, the coaching, just got worse and worse and worse. Good teams don't do that. You see what Peyton is doing with the Saints. You see Tomlin, who was mentioned on the short list of people they'd want, which he came out and said, I'm good, thanks, but no thanks. But you saw when things got bad for him, he lost his last game, but his team came out and fought. They were up in those games. And he lost his quarterback in the middle of he lost his backup, similar to Gruden's situation last year, but he lost him late in the game. He was knocked out, Mason Rudolph. But you see how Tomlin coached those guys up. And they're a better run organization. You know, they're deeper, or they have more depth, better scouting department. They've missed a lot on defense with the drafting and whatnot. But But like I said, there was a turnaround in the fight of the team. We've just never seen that. We just don't see that. And I'm not gonna ramble on much longer for Jay Gruden. I think those of us that closely follow things, though, he can't be the only person exiting the building. Bruce Allen is like, the president is like 49, or is it what? 58 and 89? Or 58 and 98 or something? In his tenure, the win-loss tally is like 58 to 98 or 58 to 89, I think, is what it is. I'm all over the place. Now, my credibility is shot. I apologize. That's what you get for, not having those sticky Post-it notes with all of this stuff on there. I want to say it's 58 and 89. And 1 or 2. A couple draws in there. Draws. Dude is just clueless, man. I don't know. I didn't get to see him at the press conference, but I'm in comparison, man. Him and Daniel Snyder. And then I read that Daniel Snyder, through a lawyer, through an attorney, offered to speak with the Washington Post. What was it, last year? In the last 2 years, offered to speak with him. To the Post, and initiated this through an attorney. This is how out of touch this dude is. And what I've been knocking us on the past couple of seasons is, where is the leadership with all of this negative stuff happening, with all of this bad stuff happening, with all of the poor play, the poor performances, week to week, different things happening? Where is the voice? And conversely, the last 2 weeks, Jerry Jones, team owner, was talking about specific stuff like Dak's interceptions this past week. The week before that, he was talking about the offensive coordinator having ups and downs. He's aware of he's cognizant of what's happening on his team. Now, I know Jerry Jones, I believe, played college football, or he played at some level. Daniel Snyder, he never played nothing, and is frequently referred to as, the biggest, richest, or wealthiest fanboy owner. But I never hear this man say anything. And then when you do get ready to talk, it's all brokered. The discussion didn't happen. The Washington Post declined. But this is how you come out. And then it was some stipulations in there, like the interview had to go a certain way or whatever. But again, it just shows the weakness of the team. Bruce Allen is typically, he doesn't have a great following, or a great relationship, a rapport with the fan base. So he rarely talks. So week to week, man, all of this stuff, the needle is trending. The needle is trending downward. The team is trending downward, and there's nobody going to a podium and really giving us anything that somebody has a clue at what's going on and how to turn things around. And at the press conference, Bruce Allen was like, it's damn good around here in terms of the team culture. No, it's not. How do you have an all-pro, one of the top tackles in the game? This man hasn't even been in the building this year. How the hell is things good? How the hell is it damn good? All the guys that have been injured already this year, coming out of a season where we just had like 27 players on injured reserve. And then, you look at all the coaches that have left. McVay, I guess, LaFleur, maybe that's what we need. That needs to be one of the prerequisites or requirements for the next head coach. Is he needs one of them things at the beginning of his last name, like a La or a Mech or maybe a O or what's another one? That might be all of them. But we got to do something, man. But like I said, let me get ready to get on off here. Bruce Allen's got to go. And with Callahan taking the, taking the reins, former coach, head coach of the Raiders, what did he get, a season and a half, maybe 2 seasons? This could show us how fragile things were if we don't even have a coaching staff, a coach on the current staff that we can hand it to, and they know how to do anything, if they can't change it up at all. That short list that I referred to a moment ago had Tomlin, my man Todd Bowles, which is not the type of personality. I didn't like that brother's body language and I didn't like his communication skills. I'm sorry. Tomlin's not going anywhere in all likelihood. And then I can't remember who the second individual was on the image that I saw. I see rumors of Todd, the coach, Day. I don't know what his first name is at Ohio State. I'm hearing, of course, Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma. But again, we gotta replace Bruce Allen, and Bruce Allen's replacement has to get a capable GM underneath him. And I hate to say it, but I'm good with giving Louis Riddick a shot in that spot. And there's a couple other guys out there. It doesn't have to be Louis Riddick, but we got to see Bruce Allen go. So that's it, man. I had to get that in for the week. Some evening wood. Pay me no mind. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.